I'm going to invite you to come up to your standing position on your mats, first of all. And we'll just do a little bit of centering. So just feel the soles of your feet and your 10 toes. And just feel the heels sinking down and the balls of your feet. Feel strong in your legs. And just take some slow, deep breaths. And as you breathe in, feel as though strength from the earth is rising up through your body, through your legs. And just let your pelvis park its way into neutral. Breathe out. As you breathe in now, let your sternum lift up so you feel a bit of space through your spine and in your chest. And then let your shoulders lift up with your next breath and just circle those shoulders back. Crown of your head rising up. Just take a few nice, slow, deep breaths. You've arrived. Not sure if you've had a busy weekend or a busy day. Here we're going to work with the energy of Vigrasana, which is the tiger pose this evening. Just inviting you to invite in strength, determination, focus, but also softness and gentleness. We'll start off with a little bit of shaking, and then we're going to do the doing, you know, when you tap your body. So just give both of your hands a little shake out. Make your fingers all loose and floppy, relaxed. And let that awareness just travel in through the joints in your fingers. Lovely. Feel it in the base of your fingers, in the base of your thumb. And then the palms, your wrists. Got 2 forearms. Feel that lovely vibration traveling up into elbows, biceps. And as you come up to your shoulders, give your knees a bend. And all that tension's just being released. All the mountains are sliding away. Step your feet a bit further apart, take your hands over to the right. Just go around a few times. Soften into it. Breathe in as you come up and breathe out as you come down. Lovely. And then pause with your arms up overhead. Reach up, imagine that you're raising the roof. The sky's the limit. And then let your shoulders just relax down into the sockets. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your arms come down, let them make a nice circle in front. You just notice your arms, notice how different they feel. And then step your feet back together. We'll just go the other way around, just so everything's in balance. This time, focus on your legs though. Let your sitting bones sink down, so you feel openness in your hips. And then we're going to pause with the arms up overhead again, palms face up, reach up, breathe in, breathe out, let your shoulders relax. Breathe in, lift, and breathe out. Just let those arms create that circle down in front. Lovely. Take your weight over towards your left leg. You can put your hands on your hips for balance. Give the whole of your leg a shake. Do it a little bit different this evening. And the whole of your leg, the hip, the thigh, the knee, calf muscle, the foot. I'm going to do quite a bit of glute strengthening. So with your leg, just draw your ankles closer together. Pop your glutes on, lift your knee up in front. Engage both of those glutes, feel that strength building. And then take that leg to the side and bring it down. We're going to do it again, so lift that leg up in front. Imagine you've got a piece of string attached to it if you like. Take it out to the side and then release it down. Place your right foot down to give your left leg a shake out. There's a whole of the leg, all the muscles, the bones, fascia, connective tissue. So loosening it all up. Beautiful. Bring your ankles close together. Lift your knee up in front. Take it out to the side. And then let it go down. And then just one more time, lift up. Feel both of your glutes engaging. Strongest muscle in the body. To the side. And there it goes, down to the ground. Place your foot down. Have a whole body shake. Have a wiggle and a jiggle. Just enjoy moving around. Yeah. Love it. And then come back to standing. Now we're just going to, what we'll do is we'll do the full activation and then we'll do the doing, just because it's a nice way to do it. Let your shoulders come up towards your ears, breathe in, and let your shoulders relax down. And then we're going to take the right and then the left, and just let the whole body flow into it. Just bring in that feline feeling in. So we've moved from the cat into the tiger. I just think they're such amazing creatures. Let your elbows lift up as well. Feel your ribs lifting, finding that space. And then swing your arms through. Nice bit of compression in the kidneys. And the adrenals nicely soothed. Just easing into it. And then just let the elbows start to move again. If you've got a bit more space. And then just let your shoulders begin to circle. And then let your shoulders relax down. Hands onto your hips, give your hips a couple of circles around. And just moving in a way that's perfect for you. So if you want to go around, keep going, you can, or if you want to alternate, do what feels good. And then we'll go into a bit of a figure of 8. So you're just taking one forward and then the other. Hips, I mean. Just easing out any tension that's settled there. Change your direction. And then just let your body come back to steadiness. Bend your knees a little bit, have your feet hip distance apart and turn from left to right. So we're just going to break up the spine. Let the movement start right at the base of your spine. If you want to close your eyes as we do it, you're very welcome to. And you could imagine, you could visualize a warm light or something nice and soothing the base of your spine. And as we begin to draw that awareness up, that soothing light, or just like a nice balm or something lovely, that's just rising up through your spine and it's easing away any tension. Your arms be nice and loose. And come up to round elbow height, shoulder height. You can turn your head if you want to. Then let your arms come up into the space above. Feel that lovely air easing away any worries, any stress. It's here right now in this moment. Let your arms come down. Your heels lift off the mat. And let that sternum lift, so you've got a nice bit of lengthening happening. Take the arms up again. When you're ready, let them go into that space above again. Put some air underneath your armpits. Feel that freshness and feel revitalised just by taking a moment to move. Beautiful, and let the arms come down. Your knees are bent. Stretch out these quads. Bringing your feet to hip distance, lengthening your spine. Allow your weight to be evenly distributed through your body. Bring that earth energy into your legs. Knees are soft, obviously neutral. Your sternum lifts as you breathe in. Just inviting that breath, that life force into your body. As you breathe out, feel connected to the earth, feel strong. Your shoulders just lift up and circle them back. Just closing your eyes for a moment or two. Just going to work with the spine. Let the backs of the hands come close together in front. And as you breathe in, just let your arms lift up. Just going to do a few lovely coming down to the mat. Bend your knees, rise up once more, stack each vertebra. And you can open your arms out as if you're greeting the sun. It's always a nice stretch through the pecs when we do that. That's lovely. Come back down when you're ready. Softening down, lifting. And really try to tune into that segmental movement of your spine. So you're familiar with each vertebra. You're going to come down and just pause in your forward bend for a moment or two now. Let your head, neck and shoulders relax. And if you wanted to, you could even place your fingertips underneath your toes, and it's like you're creating a circuit. And in that circuit, you're drawing breath, awareness up through the backs of the legs. It arrives to the base of the spine and it flows down, and then to the spine to the crown. Bend your knees now, let your abdomen rest onto your thighs. Engage your glutes, your core muscles, and start to stand up, stacking each vertebra. You're going to take the hands all the way up to begin with. Interlace your hands overhead and then turn the fingers up so you stretch out the fingers. A little bit. And a really nice gentle sideways bend, lateral stretch so you feel it in your ribs. That's it. Breathe in as you come back up through the middle and then go the other way. Beautiful. Lifting up and then sinking back into it again. Back up through the middle, back into the left. And then we're going to come back up through the middle. Let your arms come down. Let both arms lift up in front. Palms just facing into the ground. We're just going to begin to twist over towards the left side. And then move from the base of the spine, bring the arms back through the middle and go all the way over to the right. And you can turn your head as well. I'm turning to look at you. Coming back to the front. Breathe in, breathe out as you twist. Always breathing in back to the front. And then breathe now. It's up to you which way you're going. You can just flow with it. It's just a lovely, lovely twist. Just moving with that. It's as though you're moving energy almost. Really soft. It's like you're playing with it, almost moving with the wind. You could do this outside. Breathe into the middle, out to the side. Breathe into the middle. And breathe out into that side. Just do one more on each side. Arms coming down. It's a great idea. Have a little drink of water. We're going to work with the doing, it's called, and it's part of the shiatsu massage tradition. And I learned this when I was doing the course for the second time when I was a volunteer. So by the time, like after lunch, the yoga students would, on a Sunday, they would have reached what we call sponge point. And they'd be like, oh, a bit tired. And we would do this and it would help to bring them back into their bodies. And it would also be, it's a really nice way to connect with your physical body and feel quite relaxed as well. So bring your right hand out in front and then with your left hand, make a little gentle fist. And it's like you're knocking on a door. And you just start knocking on the palm of your hand. And then we just go all the way up the inside of that arm. Up to your shoulder, turn it over and go back down again. And we'll do this a couple of times. And tapping all the way up. It's a nice gentle tap. We're just working with the soft tissues and it's really good for the lymphatic system, the system what drains the toxins from your body. Now this time your arm comes up overhead, you want to place your hand onto your elbow and then give your neck a tap and the trapezius. Give your neck a tap and the top of your shoulder. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to come across the chest now. So you want two fists. And we're coming across what's at the top of the lung meridian. And obviously we're going to come across the heart center as well. So be careful of your collarbones. And if you want to make some noises, you can do. You're on mute. But you're really nice. It brings you into your heart center when you do. I always used to like, when I do it with the kids, I do Tarzan noises. Ah. And then come all the way across. And to the inside. Yeah. And then we're going to start again. So bring your right hand down, 2 fingers, and then tapping up. And again, through the middle. Okay. And then this time when you come up, hand onto your elbow, give it a boost. Get the side of the neck and the top of your shoulders. Two hands now. Go behind, we're going to go down the 2 muscly parts of the spine here, rectus spina. So you're going down there. And get into all those places where it might feel a bit tight. Apple of your spine. And then when you get to the top of the sacrum, your hips, So want to kind of go out to the sides a little bit. And then onto the sacrum and onto the glutes. Just getting out all those knots. This is going to make it nice for when we do our tiger pose, because we're going to strengthen the glutes in the middle too. Onto the sides, onto the glute medius. That's these ones here. That let your leg go out there. Yeah, that's your glute medius. Glute maximus and glute medius. Whoop. Okay. Oh, my arms are tired. We're going to go down the backs of the legs. And then when you come to a calf muscle, you want to lift one leg up to get the calf muscle, because if it's down, it's tense. So you can do a little bit of a balance. Back of the calf. You've heard me say this before. Confidence is in your calves and your determination is in your thighs, according to Monica, who was one of my teachers. So loads of confidence there. And then do the other one as well. You can sit down if you want to. All the way down. And then make sure it's done properly and you're happy with it. We're going to get both of this now. I'm going to come up the inside of the legs. Inside of the legs. And then once you've got back up the inside of the legs, I'll wait till you all arrive. We're going to go around the digestive system, and you are going to go from the left side to the right side. So you're going to go around, so left to right. And just be really, really gentle with it. And soft tissues here, especially if you just had your tea. And we just go around in a nice circle or into a spiral. And this really helps to improve peristalsis, so things moving through your digestive system. Fantastic. And get yourself to a place there you feel happy. And then from here, we're going to go up to the top of the head, and it becomes raindrops. Fingertips. So start giving the head a tap from the center of your head, from the crown. And let that lovely tap in, move all the way down. So you come down to that ridge, the occipital ridge. You tap the hairline. This is another good one to do. If you feel a little bit stuck, or if you feel a little bit cloudy headed, you can do this and it helps. That's to bring you into the moment. And then you're going to go down the face, the temples, the eyebrows, and go around the eyes onto the cheekbones, tip of the nose, underneath the nose. Onto the jaw. And we'll even go down the neck as well, so we've not done that. Right? And then we're going to end just tapping onto the thymus. So that just around the sternum. And it's just reminded me of something I picked up on a meditation course. Now you can do this and give the thymus a tap. And it can help you come into your heart center, so it can give you feelings of generosity and kindness. So if you feel a bit stuck, or if you feel a little bit raw, you can do this and it helps you to feel much calmer. And I'm going to invite you to just come to a seated place. Just come down onto the ground. Oops. Give yourself a dust down. And just take a few nice deep breaths. You might even want to close your eyes for a moment or two. Checking in with yourself, seeing how you feel. Oh, lovely. So we're going to work with I'm not sure if it's got a name, but when we used to do it with our teacher Wendy, she would call it milling. And all you're going to do is separate your feet. So you put your feet in a nice wide straddle, but not so much that you're straining yourself, just so you feel comfortable. And then lengthen your spine so you feel nice bit of space in your chest. And I want you to imagine that you've got a great big pot in front of you. Great big pot. And then you're going to get your hands together and you're just going to start going around. So you go down one leg, across, and then back again. So it's like you're stirring something in a great big pot. And it stretches out all your spine, it stretches your hamstrings. And you can go as fast or as slow as you wish. You're going down the length of one leg, around, and then back again. And you'll feel your sitting bones as you go. A nice stretch through your back. When you're ready, change your direction. When we do yoga, it's often a little bit like stirring the pot because it can bring stuff up. But when we do our Drew yoga, we do a nice long, deep relaxation at the end. And that hopefully helps things to settle for you. Especially when we do strong stuff, it can be, it's, my Mona teacher, she often said it's a bit like when you have a big storm at sea and it brings up all the stuff from the bottom of the ocean. It can be like that with yoga. So just keep going around a little bit more. Change your direction again. And then just come back into the seated position. Bring your feet closer together. The backs of the legs a bit of a tap down onto the mat. You're going to bring your hands up in front of your heart center, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just hinge forwards. Let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. And then breathe in, drawing the hands back in again. Breathing in, breathing in, breathing in, breathe out. And breathing in. Stacking each vertebra, letting the hands lift up to heart center and then release. Drawing back in. And then on this time, just pause, place your hands onto your knees, your shins, your feet, and just let your head, neck, and shoulders relax. And then with each in-breath, see if you can just move a tiny bit further without any pain though. Moving down towards your toes, and then breathe out. Crown of the head faces forwards, and you just relax. Bring your awareness now towards your glutes and your base. And as you breathe in, draw the hands back up in front of your heart, let your palms come together, close your eyes. Slow, steady, deep breaths. Noticing how you feel. Releasing your hands down by your side. And then I'm going to invite you to roll over onto your tummies and just come down into crocodile pose just for a few moments. So separate your feet wide, heels in, toes pointed out, And then you want one arm, the other arm on top, and then just place your forehead onto your arms. Just relaxing here, breathing slowly, deeply, steadily. Feeling the whole of the abdomen relax. Hips and pelvis, the glutes. Feeling the support of the ground, support of the earth, solid floor underneath. Use your feet, how they're placed on the ground. Inside of your legs, the hips. And as you breathe in now, just really press the belly down towards the ground. And you'll feel a lift. Breath, creating that space, that expansion, and then breathe out, softening down. Letting that breath, that awareness move up into your chest. And then just gliding your feet back to hip distance. Let the tops of your feet rest down onto the mat. And you can just use your elbows just to lift your chest off the mat. Not so much that you've got a big back bend though. So I'm going to show you now. So when we do it, you'll have your head down and your elbows down. And what we're going to do first of all is just breathe out. And then tuck the toes under on your left foot. So your toes are tucked under. And what we're going to do is activate the gluteus maximus on the left side. So first of all, breathe out. And then just engage that left side, so the glute on the left, so it tightens. And you want to keep the thigh down on the mat as well. And you're just feeling an activation of gluteus maximus left side. And just take a few breaths in and out as that muscle contracts. And then relax, release. Let the top of your foot come back down onto the mat. And then tuck the toes of the right foot underneath. And just gently squeezing into gluteus maximus on the right side. Feeling that contraction there, breathing, strengthen it. Breathing in and breathing out, still holding on. There's always no pain, no strain. And then relax. Let the top of your foot come back down onto the mat. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out. And then tucking the toes under on the left side again. Now this time, you're going to engage the muscle in the left glute, but also the thigh as well. So you lift, so the leg lifts up. So it just lifts a little bit further away from the mat, and the heel, you can press back into the heel on that left side. So you've got your glute engaged, you've got your quadricep, so your thigh muscle, and you're just holding, but the other side's completely relaxed. So the left side. And then let that leg relax. Foot come down again. Tuck the toes on the right foot underneath, breathe out. And then isolating glute maximus right side and also the quad. So the quad lifts a little bit away from the mat. And then you can press back into the heel on the right as well. And holding 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Your leg relax. Okay, third stage. Bend your knee. So left leg, knee bends. Foot's nicely relaxed. You're going to breathe out. But this time, you're going to use the glute to lift the leg, the thigh from the mat. And it's from the knee down. And I'm just holding. That's it. So your knee's bent, so your foot's facing the ceiling. That's it. Yeah, you've got it. And bring it down when you're ready. That's it. And then we're going to do the same on the right side. So bend your right leg. So the sole of the foot faces the ceiling. Breathe out. And then engage the glutes on that side and lift that leg away from the mat. You're really engaging the glute maximus, right side. Let the leg come down when you're ready. And place your hands underneath your shoulders and lift yourself into the pose of a child. So you're letting the whole of your back stretch out. Keep your palms down on the mat first of all, forehead down, so you're an extended child. Just taking a few long, deep breaths. Lovely. Separate your fingers now. Breathe out. Engage core, rise up so you come up onto your hands and onto your knees. Perfect. Make sure you've got a nice long lengthened spine. And we're just going to flow into Majorasana cat pose. So arching your back, let your chin come in towards your chest. And then moving from the base, moving through each vertebra one at a time. Head comes up last of all. Lovely. And just starting to move at your own pace, flowing through that beautiful spinal wave, being aware of each vertebra. And again, moving that, if there was a beam of warm light at the base of the spine, it flows through your spine and it clears away any blockages energetically, physically, creating that lovely elasticity and flexibility. Always remembering to breathe out as you arch up and breathing in as your head comes forward. Moving in that beautiful wave, flow, moving with ease, moving with grace. In that determination and strength, but also that independence that the felines have, that the cats. And then come back to neutral. Bring your hips back down to join your heels. And then take your hands for a walk one side. Got a nice lateral stretch. That's it. Breathe in and breathe out into that sideways stretch. Really relaxing into it, letting go of tension, tiredness. Take your hands over the other way. Again, using that exhalation to ease into it. And let your hands come back to the middle. And then take them back by your ankles. Tuck your head in. And allow yourself to be in Balasana pose of a child for a few breaths. Feel that breath moving into your back, into your shoulder blades. Really creating space on the in-breath and relaxation on the out-breath. When you're ready to rise up, Rise up slowly from the base of the spine. And just make yourself comfortable for a moment. You can even close your eyes if you wanted to for a second. Let your palms come together. So just make yourself comfortable for a moment or two. It's very important to demonstrate these yoga poses. So I'm just going to do a little demonstration of Virabhadrasana tiger pose. And what I'm hoping that you can see is the segmental movement of the spine. So I'll just invite you to be still and tune in. I'll show the demo for you. If you want some padding for your knees or something to make your knees more comfortable, you want to get that and place it down onto your mats and guide you through these beautiful flow movements. When we do these poses, you're going to build strength in your arms, more strength in your glutes, flexibility in your spine. It's great for your digestive organs. And the other thing is, on an energetic level or on an emotional level, it really helps you to build strength, but not only in your physical body, but strength in your management of your emotions, and it helps you to feel determined. And when you just need to find that extra bit of oomph, it's one that helps with that. So get yourself comfortable. Come into a kneeling position. You can be high kneeling, because I think that's better for a few of you, isn't it? And you want to have your knees a little bit closer together than what with the cat, because it's a bit of a balance. And then we're going to lift up through the sternum, and we're going to bring the arms out in front, and then place your hands down onto the mat. And really place them down as if you've got great big strong tiger paws, and separate your fingers. And then make sure your body's relaxed and your spine's nicely lengthened and your knees are a little bit closer together. And first of all, let your core muscles become loose and relaxed. And we're going to breathe out. And then just gently engage those core muscles. And you're going to lift and arch your back and lift your right knee in towards your nose. So you've got this crunch happening. And then taking that leg back, just sweeping it through, and stretch that leg out behind. So your leg is in line with your spine, but you only want the glute to be supporting it there. Lovely. Now move from the base of the spine, let your back arch, and draw that knee back in towards your nose. It doesn't need to touch your nose, but it goes in that direction. Now we're going to breathe in. As you take that leg back, let your head come up, keep your head in line with your spine. So breathing in and breathing out as you arch that back, bringing your nose in towards your knee. Breathing in again, taking that leg back, going into that beautiful deep stretch. And your legs in line with your spine. Lovely, we're going to work with that a few times. Breathe out, feeling that flow of awareness through your spine. And massaging those digestive organs, breathing in, taking that leg back. Now this time with your leg back, just have a play with your ankle. So rotate your foot around. Lovely. Bring that knee back down onto the mat. I'm hoping that your arms feel all right. We're going to do the other side. Breathe out. You're going to bring your left knee in towards your nose first of all, so your back arches. And as you breathe in, taking that leg back, stretching it back. Lovely, leg in line with the spine, glute maximus engaged. Breathe out, sweep that leg underneath, feel that flow of awareness through your spine, knee comes to nose. Always breathing in as you take that leg back, feeling that sense of determination, strength, focus. Head in line with the spine, breathe out, bring that knee through, arch in the back. Lovely, breathing in again as that leg comes back this time. Circle your foot around. Beautiful. Bringing that knee back through again, arching the back. And then place your knee back down onto the mat. Come down into your pose of a child just for a moment or two. Tiger takes a little rest. Keep your arms out in front. Deep breaths through the shoulders, into the belly. Taking time to rest, to recuperate. In order to have strength, determination and power, we also need to take those moments of rest, being kind to yourself. Lovely. Stretching the fingers apart again now. Engage core muscles, breathe in, rise up, coming back up into your tiger pose. This time we're working with the right side, bringing the right knee in towards the nose. As you breathe in, as you breathe out. As you breathe in, taking that leg back behind. Now get your balance, get your core muscles on, get your glutes on, and then lift that left arm up so you come into a balance. That's it, opposite arm, opposite knee. And you can gaze forwards if you wish. Really use slow, steady breaths. Brilliant. Bring the leg down, bring the knee down at the same time, place them onto the mat. Amazing. You're going to do the same on the other side now. So bring your left knee in towards your nose. Taking that leg back, reaching it back. Now this time, right arm lifts up. You balance in, opposite arm, opposite leg. Core muscles are supporting you. Just holding for as long as you wish. And when you're ready, bring the two limbs down, place them onto the mat. Shall we do it again? Okay, take your right leg back. Your glutes on, lift your left arm. Whoa. Sit, focus in. Breathe in. When you're ready, bringing the two limbs back down. And then we'll do it one more time on the other side. So take the left leg back. Check you've got your glutes on. Strength through the hips. Lift that right arm. Confidence. Strength. Determination. One pointed focus. Bringing both limbs back down onto the mat. Bringing your hips back down to join your heels. And taking your arms back around so your palms face up by your ankles. Tuck your head in. Breathe in through the back of the body. Getting a sense of calm, peace. Taking that time to rest. Look after yourself. And you want to come back up, please do. Take your time though. If you want to come straight away, you can. If you need 2 minutes longer, however long you need, we've got time. You might just want to close your eyes for a second when you come back up. You're ready. Way onto your backs. And as we've worked quite a lot with the glutes and the sacrum, we're just going to bring the knees in and have a little rock about. You know the drill. Circle your knees around first of all and really feel that pressure go down towards the coccyx. And we're going to go from here, we're going to do a twist, and then we're going to work with that moving relaxation. If you can visualize what's happening in your spine as you do this. Come back to that stillness when you're ready. Press both of your knees down towards your chest. Lift your nose up towards your knees. And then let your head come down. Slide your left leg away. Bring your right foot over onto your knee. Place your opposite arm onto your knee and the other arm on the mat. And move with your breath. So first of all, breathe in. And as you breathe out, let your hips and pelvis roll. Bring your knee down to the side. Turn your head the other way. And just relax into it. Stretching out. Shoulders relaxed onto the mat. You can roll back to the middle. And arrange your body so your hips come back to being straight. Slide your right leg away. Bring your left foot up and place it onto your knee. Bring your right hand over. Place that onto the other knee. And then place your left arm onto the mat. And then move with your breath. So you breathe in. And breathe out. As you breathe out, let your head turn the other way. And see if you can get your shoulders to stay connected to the ground, connected to the mat. Hips and pelvis move away, they roll. That beautiful twist in your spine. And this not only benefits your spine, it benefits your digestive organs. And it helps that energy system to draw that earth energy up from your body. Come back onto your back when you're ready and just have a little rock around. Move in your own unique way. And then slide both legs away. Let your heels be in and your toes roll out. And you want to make sure you can roll your big toes towards one another. And then you can roll them out again. So you need enough space to be able to roll the heels along the mat. And then you want to make sure your palms are facing up and you can roll your arms in towards your body as well. And you'll be moving your head as well. You can pop a blanket over yourself, but make sure that you've got enough space to move and you can move comfortably. As you arrive down onto your mat, just begin taking lovely, slow, long, deep breaths. And closing your eyes. Scan through your body, scan up from your feet. Anywhere you find in your body where it might feel a little bit uncomfortable or a little bit tight, just breathe into it. As you breathe in now, just create a little bit of tension in every single muscle. Not so much that you're squeezing really hard, just make a little bit of tension and breathe into those areas of tension. And then sigh that breath out. And let the body just relax, let it yield down to the earth. We're going to breathe in again and just tighten in those same muscles again. Squeeze, hold. And then breathe out, let the body soften. And then you're going to begin breathing in. And as you breathe in, roll the toes in towards each other. And then as you breathe out, roll the toes away. So the heels stay down. And the movement comes right from the top of the legs, from the sockets. You're breathing in, let the toes come together. And then you breathe out. And your movements synchronize with your breath. Breathing in, together, breathing out, relaxing, releasing. We're just going to move in this way for a few breaths. Breathing in, toes unite. Breathe out, touch, roll apart. Breathing in, breathing. So we'll pause in between. The breath brings them together. Exhalation moves them apart. And then we're going to begin rolling the arms in as well. So as the toes come in, the arms roll in towards you. And as you breathe out, palms face up again. So arms are coming in, toes come together. And then that exhalation, body opens, palms face up. Going in. And gently letting go, relaxing, releasing. And it's going to keep moving in this way. Legs, feet, arms, hands, and breath. Really bringing the movement in from the sockets, the shoulder socket, and also the hip joints as well. Body comes together. Breathe out. Now you've got the legs and the arms moving. Start to bring the head in. So the head will turn one way. Come back to the middle. And then as you turn again, the head will go the other way. And once you've got it, you'll know everything begins to synchronize. Always breathing out as the head moves away, and you're always breathing in as you come to the middle. Legs moving, arms moving, and the head and neck. When you're focused in this way, the mind can relax. Now let your legs become still, but keep your arms and your head moving. Arms still rolling in. And turns back to normal. And then invite the arms to stop moving. So just the head. And see if you can slow the head right down. It's moving about half of the speed that you have been moving. So it's very, very, very slow indeed. And then give permission to the head to pause in that center point. And just begin to take some slow, even breaths into the body. And breathing out, body relaxes, softens. Feeling that spaciousness in the chest. And just scanning through your body once more. Giving permission to the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands, the abdomen to soften. And to allow the breath to meander its way up as if it's entering through the soles of the feet. As it flows in through the soles of the feet, it softens the bones in your feet, and your ankle and your shin and your calf. Breathing that feeling of softness, breathing it out. And when that feeling of softness arrives up into your knees and your quads, it finds its way into the hips and the soft tissues of the belly, really softening and helping you to relax the organs within that area. Digestive organs. And that peacefulness now and space in the chest. Really allowing that breath to be received. And breathe out, soften, soften, soften. Softening the hands, the fingers, the wrists, and your forearms. Breathing that peaceful feeling into the upper arms and into your shoulders. And then into your chest. Just relaxes that bit more. Throat center relaxes. And then softening the face, softening your forehead and your eyes, your cheeks. And then let your smile relax. You can soften the jaw. Just notice the space underneath your nostrils, and that cool air just flows into your body. And just follow the pathway of that breath down through the throat, into the esophagus, into lungs. Filling you up, and as this breath is just released now, I invite you to spend a few moments. And in these few moments, allow yourself to rest. Precious rest. And start the body's reawakening process now. So in your mind's eye, allow yourself to see a body of water. It's sun high in the sky. And its colours red and orange, yellow. And see the light of the sun reflected onto the surface of the water. See its brightness. And then inviting that brightness to fill your body. Breathe it in and imagine, visualize that it's pouring into every cell within your system. Pouring down through the crown of the head and through the face, down over your shoulders, arms, your hands, and it flows through you like a river of light, meandering its way down through the spinal column, the central column of the body, and it brings balance into those energy centers. Boosts your immunity and your well-being. Breathe in now, and as you breathe in, really feel expansion in the chest, and take that breath down into the belly. And as you breathe out, just let that breath blow down through your legs and start to move your toes and your fingers, and just start moving in a way that's perfect for you. You might want to have a stretch or bring your knees into your chest. You might just want to stay still. However you move this evening, know that it's perfect for you. And that brightness is filling every cell, and just allow the corners of your mouth to lift so you feel the smile on your face, and notice how that smile makes you feel, changing the chemicals within your body into that oxytocin, a happy chemical. And then it flows into your legs, into your knees, into your arms, into your hands. You start to move your fingers. You might want to wrap your arms around yourself while you're laying down and give yourself a nice, generous hug. And then just start having a stretch and rolling over. And just beginning that process of just coming back into your seated position, but do keep your eyes closed. The crown of your head rising up. And just acknowledging that feeling of peacefulness, calm, focus. Knowing yourself. Let your palms come together now. Rub your hands together. Your palms connected through your hands. And then once your palms are nice and warm, place them over your eyes. And just cup in the palms over your eyes and then start to open your eyes up into that darkness. And let the eyes just bathe there for a moment. And then you're going to start to separate your fingers, open your eyes, and give your forehead a tap, again like we did earlier, just softly though. Give yourself a little tap back in. And have a nice smile there. Once you feel back in your body, give yourself a dust off. And the other side maybe too. And I'm taking your palms Lord Sahasra, the crown. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all beings be at peace.